Yo, welcome back everyone to another Stu42 Minecraft video. Today's going to be a bit of a playtime episode. I did actually start recording this episode just before, but in the process of tearing down this Ars Magica crafting altar, I actually managed to crash not only my client, but the whole server itself. But as I was saying before it crashed when I was trying to record, I need to tear down the Ars Magica thing because the mod is just far too buggy. It just has issues all over the show, and yeah, it needs to go off the server. Some of these things were kind of handy, these little light spells I use around the place still, and I probably will use them a little bit still, but for the most part, yeah, it's sort of more trouble than it's worth. So that's probably the end of most of the Ars Magica stuff on the server. So the other thing I was saying again, that file that I recorded is completely corrupt, so I can't even rescue what I did record. But I was saying I've done a few extra things here. We've got an anvil, we've got a brewing stand. That is because I have changed my leggings and my boots for these dark iron versions, and I have upgraded them. So I went to speed 2 on here, which needed a couple of potions of swiftness, hence the brewing stand. Also needed the anvil to add the components, and this is now looking a little bit more empty, as you need. If you right click with an empty hand, you get the levels back up. I've been storing XP because I thought I might need it at some point, and sure enough, I needed it at some point. So the other thing I've been doing is making these seared bricks. I've also made myself the part builder, the stencil table, and the tool station, as well as some blank patterns here. And that is to get going with Tinker's Construct, which is what I am going to use this space for. So let's finish ripping this out. Now this is slightly annoying. The thing that makes me step up 1 block steps automatically, I need to get used to it. It's something that was upgraded on the boots when I can't remember what I upgraded them with. Jump. Increases step and jump height. I put jump on them because, hey, being able to jump over fences is, kind of a handy thing to have. So I did that, but now I can run up and down these ledges, which I just need to get used to, I guess. So, what are we going to need? We are going to need to put... Does this coal let us turn it back into... Oh, excellent. We can turn all the coal back into normal coal. Recover the coal. We need to put the oak wood, the lectern. See, in the server crash, it's given me another materials in new. Oh no, sorry, materials in new volume 2 is because I made these. Lever can go back. The crafting altar. This chest I was using to store a bunch of the Ars Magica stuff, so we can just throw that stuff back in there. I don't think there's anything else in there I really need. A torch. No, nothing in there. The only other thing I did is I added this chest with blue, and that is so that I've got this bag here that has a bunch of tools and extra just bits and pieces that I might need, that I don't really want to carry around with me all the time. Let's get some more of those. Cool, so what are we going to need for our Tinker's Construct? We're going to need a smeltery drain, first of all. So let's get some of that. We need a drain. We need, I think it's like that, the faucet, yes. We're going to need some glass. We're going to need, where is it, the controller? Wherever the controller is. Seared faucet. Casting table we're going to need. We're going to need, what else? Where's the controller? There's the controller. Cool, just around in a circle. Or square in Minecraft, as the case may be. So there's our controller. We're going to need to have a bit of a tank at some point. There we go. So seared windows are... Seared glass or seared windows? Let's use windows. We've got heaps of these bricks coming, so... and there's the seared tank, so which we need some glass for. I think I put a bunch of glass in here. Yes, I did. So this is to store some of the lava. So we need that. And then we need to have a bunch of these windows. Let's get 8 of them. Cool. Got plenty of grout still cooking. That's good. So there's 8 windows. Let's just make a bunch of the bricks now. 6. We're going to need way more than 6. So I think I'm just going to put this down in the middle like that. We're going to need more dirt to go around. More dirt, more dirt. Where's the dirt? Coarse dirt, grass won't grow, and 42 normal dirt. Wow, I'm actually short on dirt. Now, I think the reason I'm short on dirt is because I've been exporting it merely into my farm over here, which once again is out of saplings. What is going on with this farm? I watch it for ages, and the sapling situation is, you know, fantastic. And then I come back, and it's all gone. So I'm not quite sure what is going on with this. Let's just put these into some loosely resembling 2x2s. So at least we have a chance of a tree growing. There will do. So as you can see, we've also got some nether wart. I needed that for the potions as well. So we're gradually starting to get a bit of a collection of things. Those are all done. I've only just logged in for the day, so I haven't done my collection of stuff yet. Let's throw those in there, throw those in there. As you can see, my helium seeds are going as well. These are going pretty well. Harvesting all of these down gets me about 24 seeds, which if I put them in a macerator gives me 24 glowstone. So I'm going to keep that going manual for now, just as a way to get glowstone once I get some EU going, because you need EU for that one. So let's grab... Oh, I kind of don't want to use all my dirt. Actually, I will. There's plenty of dirt in the farm, so I shouldn't have to worry. And where are we? Smeltery. Cool. So that is that. We are gonna have a... Where do we want the controller? We want the controller next to the tank. I think the controller has to go... You know what? I have no idea where the controller has to go, but it's where we're going to put stuff in, so I might put it there. And then we'll do a double height one. So we need to have the tank. I don't know, do we need it there? Can it go there even? Yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. So then we need to have the glass. I want glass in front. And we want that there. I've found that you can actually put the... Even though this faces into the wall, you can actually do it this way. So you can have, you know, your thing there, your everything set up like that, and then we can still have this around the side. So we've got 4 more glass. Let's put one there, one there. That makes an interesting sort of clear texture thing. And then 2 there, and then we'll fill the rest up with seared bricks, I think. So I thought I was making absolutely tons of seared bricks, but it turns out I'm probably going to have nearly the right amount. Now that is that enough? Yeah, it is. It's enough to turn the smeltery on. Cool, so now we're just going to need some lava into here. I think I'm just going to do a very quick hack of a lava feed for this time around. We're going to grab one of these. We're going to grab our wrench. I'm going to plug that into the side, and then I'm going to put a portable tank on top filled with lava, and that should do it. Oh, I've got mighty smelting now as well. Excellent. And there's 12, which is going to give me the remaining 3 bricks I need. Perfect. And that should be enough to give us, yes, we've got the full height of it now. So that's pretty much done. We just need some lava. Which I think I have yes, I do have a bucket there. Actually, what we might do, I can't harvest that. Do I have stone? So there's more Ars Magica rubbish, Arcane Compendium. It was a good idea. It was a good idea. Just, yeah, it's just not going to work, I'm afraid. So we're going to need the part builder, which makes the parts. We're going to need the stencil table, which makes the stencils. Part builder, this is the bit that has, alright, so let's put that there, because that, yeah, that joins to that. So now we can put the stencil table there, and the tool station can go there, which is what we used to actually make the things. So from here we can put, actually, this one, we can throw that in, and now we can choose what we need. So we're going to need a tool rod pattern. We're going to need a binding. We're going to need an axe head, at least. That's our basic axe to get started. We're going to need, what's the other thing that I like using? The hammerhead, large plate, and the tough rod to make the hammer, which is really good for speed mining. And the rest I'm just gonna live without for now. Just gonna live without. I need a bunch of cobblestone next, and I'm gonna need to make, what is that first bit of stuff that I need? I'm gonna go on. Unfortunately, my lava collection is also an incredibly manual process at the moment. So what I might do is I'm going to nip to the nether, I'm going to get myself some lava, throw the tank over here, and then get also the materials that I might need to make the first patterns, and then I will come back just so you don't have to watch me doing a bunch of boring mining. So bear with me, I will be back in just a moment. Okay, I am back, and as you can see, I have a hardened portable tank, which I have gone and got some lava, thrown it on there, set the bottom to orange, and it's it's automatically put the lava straight out into our seared tank. So we should be good to go. Now, the next thing we are going to need, we're going to need to make some patterns. So need some cobblestone, and we're going to need, again, I'll be making some aluminium because I need some aluminium, and I think it's 3 copper to 1 aluminium. Now, in the mighty smelting, we have alloys in here. Here, aluminium brass. Oh no, 3 aluminium and 1 copper. So we're going to need more aluminium than copper. So 9 and 3 is the good ratio there. There's another 6, and we're going to need, yes, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So 18 and 6 will be enough. So over here, that always gives me a fright. I think it's a creeper. So over here we have the patterns that I made earlier. And what we need to do is we need to make these into stone versions. So there's a stone tool rod. Oh, the backup's just done. That's pretty cool. Stone binding. Oh, stone shard. I should have done that differently. Never mind. Pickaxe, head. That is one for that. So I can use these maybe in another one that needs half a thing. What do we got? Large blade, sword blade, standard sword maybe, hand guard, a wide guard, a crossbar. Okay, I'm really not sure what we need for a sword. What's a standard sort of sword? A broadsword? No. We want a longsword? No. What's a longsword? Charge, specialty lunge, damage moderate, durability moderate. That's damage moderate, durability high. So we just want a broadsword really. Wide guard and a handle. Wide guard and a handle. So let's make sure, whoops, not there. Not here. Where was it? That's the wide guard. Yep, we want a wide guard. And I didn't see what the pattern was. A sword blade, a wide guard, and a handle. So the sword blade, a wide guard, and the handle is just a generic tool rod, I believe. So from there we've got our pickaxe head. Now we can use the stone shard with our wide guard and get our stone wide guard. That's good. And now the sword blade pattern needs a full stone. Excellent. So what I might do is, since we've got that creeper there, see, that spell is still pretty good. Ars Magica. So we want 9 of those and 3 of those to begin with. And that should nicely melt into the numbers we need. Oh, the aluminium is melting really fast. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them over the stone bits to make a mold, and then from the mold we can actually make metal components, which is what we're after. And I really want to get myself a decent sword. A very, very decent sword. So there is the molten aluminium. Do I want to put this now? No, we'll wait and see what the ratios are like. So what I really want to do is I want to get something that's a bit tougher than iron. So one of the good ones to start with, I think, is alumite, because we can actually get iron, aluminium, and obsidian pretty easily. Once you've got alumite, I think you can mine the cobalt and the ardite with the alumite, and then once you've got magnesium, you can pretty much mine anything. So aluminium, iron, and obsidian, I've got plenty of that, so that's probably going to be the first thing I go for. Molten aluminium brass, excellent. So we can get ourselves, that's the tool rod. That's going to be a bit of juggling. Pickaxe head. So there's that. And the binding. Let's just rearrange things. We have the handle, and last thing is the wide guard, because the sword just might be handy in this instance. Now we've got 60 of these left. So what I might do, how much of this have we got left? 7 ingots. That's going to be plenty. So what we can actually do is, if I put a copper bar on there and then do this, we now have an ingot cast. And the ingot cast is very, very useful to be able to store any excess material we have. So these to make the casts. I'm going to need to get the stone hammerhead. I'm going to need to get a stone plate. And I'm going to need to get a stone tough rod. And that uses quite a bit of materials. And now from here we can just, I'm running out of room in my bag. We can do this. Get that out. The plate. I don't know when it's done. Potentially now. Just wait a random amount of time until it looks like it's done. I think they've changed that. It used to show up on top when you'd done it. So there we go. There's all of the patterns that we are going to need. We essentially don't need these stone bits anymore, and I'm never gonna use a stone thing. So we have 3 ingots nicely left in there, which means we can now just use our cast to get these out as bars, which frees up our little smeltery here to do some better things. Oops, didn't want to do that. So now when we go back over to here, I can throw these ones out of the way. I'm put my ingot cast in, my plate, my tough rod cast, hammerhead, the wide guard, and the sword blade. I'm going to keep these ones out because I do want to use those. And all of these other stone rubbishy pieces. As I've said in my past servers, I give a creative book to everyone on the server, as well as a link modifier, just because we've all played Mistcraft to death, and having to go through a ton of ages to find all the pages is just no fun, so we just do that and make a mining age usually that we need in bits and pieces. One of the guys has dropped this book in here, which I notice, which is, he's obviously made a travel hub, so I'm going to need to go and check that out at some time. Oh, and there's one of the guys just joining now as well. Aluminium brass I might keep somewhere else. Cool, so we are done for that. We just need to get ourselves, now what did I say it was? Alumite, 5, 2, and 2. Now, because they're talking about blocks here, the numbers end up being a bit different. So we actually need 10 aluminium, 4 iron, and 2 obsidian. And that's just because when they talk about this, they talk about the actual raw ore blocks, not the ingots. And because we've got ore doubling, the ore doubling means that, you know, we're going to need twice as many because we get twice as many out of it. So 10, 4, and 2. So 10 aluminium. Do I have 10? No, I don't. Now, actually, I have a feeling I've used up all my iron, so this might even be less than that. Oh, yes. So I'm going to have to do 5, 2, and... oh, I don't know if it'll work. I think I need to have 1 obsidian. I need to have 2 obsidian at least. So I'm going to need to go and find myself some more iron. All right, so let me throw all this stuff back in there. Aluminium brass might as well stay in there. So I'm going to have to go for a bit of a mine and find myself some iron, of all things. I must have used the last of it up making this anvil. And once I found a bunch of iron, I will be back and we'll make our first little pick. And I don't know, might be a good idea to wrap the episode up there. Ooh, it's one of these. Yeah, so in there somewhere there will be alumite. There we go. So that's what we get, alumite pick. And then from there we can make our manilin wherever the heck it is in there. So I will see you in just a moment once I've gathered some more materials. Okay, I am back and I have got a bit of iron now, enough materials to make some alumite finally, or should be. So the ratio of 5, 2, and 2 is actually, like I said, the ore doubling. You need 10, 4, and 2 of that, and that should all melt nicely into some alumite, which is what I'm going to make this first pick out of. Now, while that is going, you might have noticed before when I was in the tool station, none of the advanced tools are there, and that is because it's not actually the tool station that we need. It's the tool forge that we need. But it takes a lot of iron, the tool station, and some seared bricks. So let's just get that. Oh, that was a bit weird. There we go. I think we've got enough iron now to make this. We may... Ooh, it's going to be close. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those. Now we did still have some seared bricks that I put back in here. So we need 1, 2, 3 of those. Across the top. Iron, iron, and the tool station. And there we have our tool forge. Oops, back out. And now when we go into this, we've got all the extra things, namely this hammer, which is one of the things I really want. There's Ikaros, he's playing games. Yep. Cool, and that was some pretty good timing, so all this is about to just melt. Any second now. There we go. Molten aluminium. Ah, must have been a bit of a graphical bug there. It had marked them all down as melting at the same pace, but in actual fact the obsidian is taking a bit longer. Getting there. So once we've done this, we're going to add the 3 components. I'm just going to make all 3 components out of alumite. I don't really spend a lot of time fine-tuning them to get the exact, the handle made of, moss or cactus, and the binding made of this, and the head made of another thing. I tend to just make the whole tool out of one material. Alumite's a pretty easy one to get as well, so I'll probably make the hammer out of alumite and keep. I'll just use this pick to get some ardite and cobalt from the nether, and then I'll have one manillan normal pick just in case I come across some stuff that I really need to mine fast. Maybe I'll keep the alumite. I'm not sure yet. And then what I will do is I will add probably a bunch of I think it's redstone and maybe the lapis to it, and then some way of automatically fixing it. So I'm not sure if you can make an electric one. I think you can make an electric one. Now, how's that gone? Iron, aluminium. Man, the obsidian's still taking a while. So I'm going to have to do a bit of research in this pack to see if we can actually do that. In here, you used to be able to add a pick and then add a couple of things in, like I think it was a circuit and a battery, and that would make it an electric pick, which means you don't ever need to repair it, you just need to recharge it, which is absolutely something I want to do. Although it might need EU. I'll come back to you in the next episode on that one once we've done this. I'll do a quick recap and let you know what I find. Come on, we're so close. But other than that, I usually use lapis. I think that's fortune, and redstone just increases the speed a little bit. And that would be the 3 mod slots that I'm pretty sure this pick will have. I've got a spare set here just in case, but I don't think we're going to need it. We only need material cost 1, material cost half, and the other one's a material cost half. So we need literally 2 ingots of alumite for this. That's what I'm going to need. Back over here, the ingot cast. Because anything that I don't use, I'm just going to smelt back into bars. They're also handy for repairing it later on as well. Come on, last little bit. Hooray. Obsidian, iron, aluminium. Oh, and alumite, we've got 2 ingots. So I've messed up my ratios somewhere. So we've got a lot of iron still in there. Ingots 8. I'm not sure how that's actually worked. It looks like we're short on some aluminium. Maybe? Because we've got molten obsidian, iron, and aluminium. There's not much aluminium in there. So anyway, I'm going to throw, I don't know, let's throw some in. But that's really kind of worrying. Anyway, we've got enough for what we need to do. So it'll drain out the, there we go. Wow, something's really going on with the server this morning. We're getting some, look at that. Huh. Okay, so I've managed, oh no, there's only one. Yeah, I'm gonna need to figure this out at some point. Look at that. It's doubling up, but then when I go to click on it, I only have the one that I'm supposed to have. So pretty interesting. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there as well. So we have a pickaxe, which is a tool rod, that and the head, and now we have our alumite pick. Makes a nice noise, and now when we put this in here, we can add some stuff. So we do have 3 modifiers remaining. Mine level cobalt, which is enough for what we need to mine out of the nether, and then I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with this. But that's all for this episode. I think I'm going to just finish this here, and then the next episode I'll quickly let you know how I got on with the rechargeability of this, and if I could get it to recharge with RF, because I do prefer RF in this pack. And then, yeah, I'm not sure we'll go from there. We'll figure something out, I'm sure. Until next time, thanks as always for watching.